In the middle of the Sahara Desert lies an impressive eye-shaped geological structure measuring 40 kilometers or 24.8 miles in diameter. This formation is entirely different from any other in the world. It stands out quite a bit from the rest of the desert, which is why many people have attributed it to a mystical origin and even the possible place where the mythical city of Atlantis was built in the past. But what does science say about this place? How was it formed? And what mysteries does it hide? In this video, we will find out. The Eye of the Sahara, officially known as the Richat Structure, is an impressive geological formation in the Sahara Desert in Mauritania. When seen from space, this circular structure looks like a colossal eye watching over the vast expanse of desert in the Sahara, hence its nickname. It has an approximate diameter of 40 kilometers or 24.8 miles, making it one of the most prominent and visible geological formations on Earth. Geologically, the Eye of the Sahara is an eroded anticline dome that reveals a series of concentric rings of sedimentary and igneous rock. An anticlinal dome is a geological structure formed by the deformation of rock layers in the Earth's crust. It is characterized by a dome-shaped uplift, with the oldest layers of rock exposed in the center and the youngest towards the outside. These layers offer a window into the planet's geological past, with rocks dating back as much as 100 million years. Sandstones, carbonates and volcanic formations compose its composition, which makes it particularly interesting for scientists. Due to its near-perfect circular shape, the Richat structure was initially thought to have been caused by a meteorite impact. However, later research ruled out this theory, finding no evidence of impact, such as impacted quartz or associated craters. Today, it is known that the Eye of the Sahara was formed through tectonic processes and erosions that shaped the anticline dome and had no relation to the impact of a meteorite. This peculiar structure is of interest to geologists and astronauts. Its visibility from space has made it a visual benchmark for space missions. Impressive images of this place have been obtained from the International Space Station, which are very similar to those found on planets such as Mars or Mercury. It is as if that small area of our planet belongs elsewhere. Due to its shape and symmetry, it has been shrouded in mystery, inspiring both scientific and speculative theories about its origin and meaning. Why is it important for modern history and archaeology? The Eye of the Sahara is a geological phenomenon and a site of great interest to historians and archaeologists. Its location in the Sahara Desert, a once much wetter and more habitable region, has led to speculation about the role this area may have played in ancient civilizations. In prehistoric times, the Sahara was not an arid desert like the one we know today, but a region rich in water and vegetation. Archaeological remains such as stone tools and petroglyphs found near the Eye of the Sahara indicate that human communities inhabited this region thousands of years ago. These findings suggest that the Richat structure could have been a natural landmark or place of cultural significance for these communities. In addition, its prominent and symmetrical shape has led to speculation about its possible use as a point of orientation, or even as a sacred place that may have been used for essential rituals or ceremonies. Although no direct evidence of human constructions or permanent settlements have been found in the structure itself, the proximity of archaeological finds increases its historical relevance. In modern archaeology, the Eye of the Sahara is also a case study of how natural elements can influence theories about the location of lost civilizations, such as Atlantis. Although concrete archaeological evidence is limited, its fascinating shape and the aura of mystery surrounding it continue to inspire research combining archaeology, geology, and mythology. Who, how, and when was it discovered? The Eye of the Sahara was first identified in the 20th century, although its visibility from space has been central to its study and popularity. During aerial reconnaissance missions in the 1930s, French pilots noticed a peculiar circular foundation in the middle of the desert. It stood out because it was completely different from everything around it. However, in the space age, the Eye of the Sahara gained international attention. Astronauts on early space missions, such as NASA's in the 1960s, were intrigued by the Richat Structure because of its clarity and symmetry when viewed from space. For this reason, it was listed as an important landmark, as it stood out on the monotonous surface of the Sahara. Images taken from space helped to increase interest in investigating their origin and composition. In scientific terms, geological studies began to delve deeper into the structure during the 1950s and 1960s. French geologist Théodore Monod was among the first scientists to study the Richat Structure. In 1952, he made a geological expedition to Mauritania and recorded 4 crateriform or circular irregularities in the area, including the Richat Structure, also known as the Eye of the Sahara. But in his research, Monod initially considered that these formations could be impact structures. But later studies in the 1950s and 1960s suggested they could have formed by terrestrial processes. Following field and laboratory studies in the 1960s, no scientific evidence of shock metamorphism or other deformations indicative of a high-speed extraterrestrial impact was found. For example, cosite, an indicator of shock metamorphism, was initially reported in rock samples from the structure. Still, a later analysis in 1969 concluded that barite had been confused with cosite. Although Monod found no conclusive evidence that the Richat Structure was an impact crater, his work in the region significantly contributed to geological knowledge of the Sahara and fostered interest in these unique geological formations. Today, the Richat Structure is widely recognized as a scientific and tourist hotspot. Modern technologies such as satellites and drones have made it possible to map and study the region more accurately, cementing its place as a geological and cultural wonder. What discoveries have been made thanks to this place? Studying the Eye of the Sahara has led to several important discoveries in theology and history. From a geological point of view, the Richat Structure offers a unique exposure to the Earth's crust's layers, allowing scientists to analyze tectonic and erosion processes that occurred millions of years ago. The sedimentary and volcanic rocks found in the structure have provided crucial information about the area's geological evolution and the Sahara's formation. In terms of archaeology, the surroundings of the Eye of the Sahara have revealed artifacts such as stone tools and remains of prehistoric human activity. These findings suggest that human communities inhabited or transited the region in the past. Petroglyphs and other forms of rock art in nearby areas also indicate that the Sahara Desert was much wetter and more resource affluent in ancient times. In a broader context, the Eye of the Sahara has also served as a natural laboratory to study how landscapes can inspire myths and legends. While no definitive evidence has been found that the Richat Structure was permanently inhabited, its prominence in the landscape and distinctive shape have led to speculative theories about its connection to lost civilizations. Finally, the Eye of the Sahara's accessibility has made it an educational resource for geologists, archaeologists, and students interested in understanding the interaction between natural processes and human activity over time. The Eye of the Sahara is a reminder of how even the most remote landscapes can hold valuable clues about our planet's history. Possible site of Atlantis. The Eye of the Sahara is associated with the legend of Atlantis, a mythical civilization described by the Greek philosopher Plato in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was an advanced and prosperous island that sank under the waters after a cataclysm. Although many consider Atlantis a myth, its description has inspired researchers and enthusiasts to look for evidence of its existence in various parts of the world. In recent years, some have proposed that the Richat Structure could be the site of Atlantis because of its circular shape, reminiscent of Plato's descriptions of a city composed of concentric rings of land and water. In addition, its location in the Sahara Desert coincides with theories that suggest that Atlantis could have been in Africa. However, there is no archaeological or historical evidence to support this hypothesis. Geological dating of the Eye of the Sahara indicates that its formation is much older than any known human civilization, ruling out the possibility that humans artificially built it. The myth of Atlantis, although fascinating, is widely considered an allegory created by Plato to illustrate his philosophical ideas about the pride and decadence of civilizations. Despite this, the speculative connection between Atlantis and the Richat Structure has captured the popular imagination, highlighting how natural landscapes can inspire stories that transcend borders and eras. The Eye of the Sahara, with its majesty and mystery, invites us to reflect on our planet's secrets. What other natural wonders and links to the past remain hidden? The Richat Structure reminds us that stories will be discovered in every corner of the Earth, expanding our understanding of nature and humanity. Now we want to hear your opinion. Tell us, do you think a meteorite impact may have formed the Eye of the Sahara, or may have been the site of Atlantis? We look forward to hearing from you in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.